Right, while the Netherlands battle it out here, let's take a look at a magic moment. This is from 2014. The Netherlands needed to beat Ireland to qualify.
Look at it go! Unbelievable scenes. This is the most incredible match you will ever see.
An astonishing display of batting. Wonder if you notice the number of overs at the bottom. Now Ireland made 189 for 4. They'd have thought they'd made enough. And then look at what happens at Myburgh. 63 of 23. Barretzi 40 of 22. And at the end, Peter Boren 31 of 15. Tom Cooper's still here. I think the idea now from the Dutch Bazid is let's just get past the score. So if you look at it in terms of scores, 59 for 2 versus 64 for 3 at this point.
Yeah, the two openers really, Max O'Dowd looked as if he was the player who was going to really take charge and take them home quickly. Vikramjit Singh also started off hitting those boundaries, but after those two, it settled down considerably.
Runs in from almost start of the 30-yard circle. Kashif, if your name is Kashif Daud, you will run in a long way. Right, what does Cooper see as Kashif's running into Bolton? Where's the place he can score runs from? Between point and cover, maybe if there's a cover drive, but there's support at the back. And the short third, between short third and point, that'll be a boundary if he can get it through. Just a single, the attempt at the field 360, just to try and give you that bird's eye view, the batsman's view in this case. See what he's looking at, where the spaces are.
What Kashif will do is just angle the ball back in, so you sort of close that offside off. So if you want to hit through the offside, you probably have to give yourself room. In that area, if you want to hit it through the covers or even backward point, you need to give yourself room.
Did find the gap, but as I said, there's a fielder in the deep. 5 of the over. 11 gone, 67 for 3. Well, how are UAE going to play this then? They have 45 in the bank, 44 in the bank, 9 overs. Mayappan's just given them a wicket. Now they've gone back to young Aryan. So slow, this outfield. They'll come back just a couple of runs. Oh, just a little fumble that allowed the third. And then a throw that goes nowhere. These ones and twos, when Holland were bowling, you could see those ones and twos. That's all they were giving. They weren't giving the threes.
Yeah, on big grounds where you have to chase and hit in the air, just be single. But these big grounds, you have to chase well and then recover well as well. So the ground fielding does come into play. Lots of T20 cricket, you think that it's once it's through the infield, it's gone for 4, but not so here.
Especially, Bazid, if you've got just 111 in the bank, you save 6, 7 in the field. That's still significant. Very often you'll hear fielding coaches tell their players, save me 2. And you think that's nothing, save me 2 runs over 20 overs. Each of you saves 2, that's 20.
Catch!
Fielder there. And another goes down. Another Dutch wicket goes down. And UAE are clawing their way back into this game. It's 71 for 4 now. And that's the end of Ackermann.
Yeah, he reached out for that sweep shot. Actually went towards the ball, not allowed the ball to come to him, and that's why he's hit it in the air, and it's gone straight to the man. NED Siddiqui in the D, but you look, he's reaching out towards it. He wasn't in control because the length didn't allow him to roll his wrist over the top. Bit of extra bounce, but Ackermann out for 17, 71 for 4.
The city has a new player.
Somebody here wants to start a war.
He has manpower. Allies. He is not to be underestimated.
What do you want?
London. So do I.
This city belongs to us.
It's come into a crisis, but the ship is marooned for now. 16 for 2 in the last 4 overs, the Dutch. Cooper, he's been around for a while, 4 from 8. When I say he's been around for a while, not in this innings, he's been around for a while in cricket for the Netherlands. I just wonder, Dad's watching. How was it, Vazid, when you were playing? Your dad's a perfectionist, how was it?
Well, he never came to watch my games, which is good, as he'd be quite disappointed. But anyway, you look at this game now. For UAE, they want to be in the game for as long as possible. Drag this out.
Don't just consider easy singles, UAE here. They'll just take the pressure off. Look at that, 5 came off the over. It's 73 for 4 from 12.
Yeah, with that first game where Sri Lanka lost, it sort of gives all these teams an added lift, an added chance. That sweep shot didn't go to plan. He's always reaching out towards it and had no control on it. It was a good controlled catch though. NED Siddiqui getting underneath it. The 16-year-old with a wicket.
4th T20 international wicket for the young man. Aryan Afzal Khan is 4th wicket, first T20 World Cup wicket. Now Mayappan Tour was 1 for 14, the leggy. Not getting a wicket, UAE. You've got to ensure there's no more than 2-3 runs conceded in that over. All 2 or 3 like those, batsmen want to take a chance, you start to get a wicket. The Netherlands, on the other hand, they'll want to just keep it moving. 5-6, 5-6, that's good enough. Only need to go at 4.88. There you go, hits the fielder. You can vote for your player of the day. Simple catch, but he judged it well, still had to complete it. Oh, these are the runs that just take the pressure away. And I think there's a lucky couple of runs for the Dutch here.
Yeah, just slightly outside off stump so he could throw his hands at it. Yeah, it's pretty much pretty even. Netherlands in front in terms of the runs. UAE had lost less wickets, but he'll still be in the Netherlands camp right now.
Got to be careful about giving width here, though. The reason is he's got a backward point and a shot third, but anything that goes through is a 4. Goal, but I don't think the foot went anywhere. Don't think the back foot went anywhere.
A definite turn off the track. He slowed it up, but it's pitched and gone. In the second game, the ball has started to turn. And the length is perfect, but just goes away. So that's encouragement for the leg spinner. If he can land them, it's certainly something to work with.
Right, 2 of the over. Cooper. And I think they're starting to get to that stage. I just wonder if the ball gets a little softer. Starting to get to the stage where the UAE are just stuck in a traffic jam, just could not put their foot on the accelerator. It's starting to happen now here with the Dutch side. Just 3 runs of the over, a good one for the UAE. 76 for 4, now 36 needed of 7. They like each other, those two worms. Look what happens in the first 2-3 overs. Vikramjit Singh hit a couple of boundaries early on, then Max ODowd got them going. But then it's flattened completely. The Dutch run rate line. They've gone back to Junaid Siddiqui. Picked up 5 wickets recently. 5 for 13. His first 2 overs, 1 for 14 so far. They want him to bowl a really good spell here, even if it's a 1-over spell. Oh, it's a good ball, it's a good ball. The finger's gone up straight away from Paul Rifle. Junaid Siddiqui's reached third man in celebration, shot third rather. It's a big wicket, this Tom Cooper's a good player. Think he's going, body language suggests he's going, yes he is, another wicket gone.
Yeah, the ball angling back in, pitching in, coming back into the stumps. He does get the ball to nip off the surface, and that too, nip back in, and that's back leg right in front. There was no doubt at all in Junaid Siddiqui's mind. UAE are back in this. Spin was stifling them. Junaid Siddiqui with pace has got another scalp. Cooper out for 8, 76 for 5.
An alien race is taking over the Earth. There's only one person who can stop them.
Did you bring snacks?
Humanity is a virus, but there are also good humans here.
The survival of the world is at stake.
I want 24-hour surveillance on every citizen and patient.
We don't live in a police state.
Not yet. Never. Someday soon.
No.
Roelof van der Merwe. 2 new batsmen in first ball for Roelof van der Merwe. Scott Edwards has only played 1. Junaid Siddiqui with a wicket behind him. 76 for 5. And on this occasion, a bit of bounce. You'd have thought the other one just hastened up, kept a little low. This one's bounced.
Natural delivery for Junaid Siddiqui is the one that nips back in. And it was right back on the stump. So even if he had reviewed, it would have stayed with the umpire. But it's the perfect delivery Poor Tom Cooper with the ball nipping back in and him on the back foot.
Yeah, when you looked at it from the other angle, slightly wide angle, I mean, it just looks out, doesn't it? Oh, what a ball! Junaid Siddiqui! He's got Roelof and Merwe over. Now he goes to short fine leg. He's covering some yards on this ground, and I'll tell you what else he's doing. He has brought his team back into this game, storming back. We've got a twist here.
The twist with that elaborate in-swing. He had Cooper trapped on the back foot. This time he's ventured fuller. Ball darts back in a long, long way. It's actually just kissed the pad and onto the stumps. But he's been beaten by that swing and by that length. He does pick wickets. And he's picked wickets at the absolute correct time. UAE back in this big time. Van der Merwe without scoring. It's 76 for 6.
He bowled beautifully today, Tim Pringle, but that doesn't count for much now. The two teams are locked together. The Netherlands have lost 4 wickets more than the UAE had. He needs to bat here, Tim Pringle. And at the moment, the bowler in front of him, Junaid Siddiqui, has got wicket, 0 wicket. It reads wow, which is exactly what this over has been. Got 5 for 13, Junaid Siddiqui, in the practice game against the West Indies. Now he's on 3 for 14. Tim Pringle. He's bowled every ball. Pushed one on the back foot. He's got one to bounce outside off. This one just sort of ballooned off after hitting the deck. He bowled a great Yorker in between.
Yeah, terrific. The ball angling back in and some. And this means that suddenly you feel that UAE now favourites.
Keep that energy, Junaid. Keep that energy. Got 8 more balls to run in and bowl. What a twist. 59 for 2. 76 for 6. The scores locked together. 2 more balls in this over. Up in the air. Up in the air. One more. No! He's put it down. Rizwan, what have you done? This was the over to turn the game. He had to run back a fair deal, but he'd got there. Once you get there, you want to catch it.
The slow one, and it's the bottom of the bat is just scooped to cover. Oh, you've got to catch those. Got to catch those at any level. That is very, very easy. That is probably one of the easier catches Rizwan would have dropped.
Okay, Aravind, it happens. It's okay. They've still got to get back now. They can't think that the game has gone away from them. They just got to forget that previous ball ever happened. The Dutch, how did they react to that? What an over. Everything's happening in this over. And there's still a ball to go. Another one that tailed in. Excellent, excellent over from Junaid Siddiqui. It's 77 for 6.
He just ballooned up. Everybody was celebrating before he caught it because it was just taught as regulation. Well, it's a good thing he's captain.
He might have had a thing or two to say. If he writes a diary, he might say, notes to myself, how on earth did you drop that? Right, Zahoor Khan now. Two overs for 4 before this. Never say never. Never say never, even if it's T20 cricket. There's always time for a comeback. There's Zahoor. Oh, they sneak a single in. They sneak a single and they're not going to take 2, are they? No.
You can just feel the pressure. You can feel the tension out there. He saw on a knife edge. He's fuming. He was fuming. He thought he'd won it in that over. And having none of it. He wanted 3 in that over. He got 2. He's got UAE back in this. He thought that he'd close the innings out with another one.
Yeah, one man never wins your game though. Here's Zahoor. He needs to pick up 1. Then suddenly for the tail, 34 starts to look too far. So they just need a partnership here. Required rate starting to get a run a ball. Just these singles, keep chipping away, keep chipping away. Didn't think they'd need to do that, but they do now.
It's getting tight. And you can almost feel it. Both sides now feeling the pressure, the fielding of UAE now on a knife edge. They're sort of making a few mistakes. The Netherlands know that this partnership is it.
Oh, another single given away. But you're right. In a manner of speaking, they'll be feeling the heat. The temperature is about 8 or 9 degrees. What are you thinking apart from feeling cold? No team has defended 111 in a T20 World Cup. 119 was once by Sri Lanka at Chattogram. By Zahoor. That's a better ball.
Now the decision for Rizwan after this over concludes is, does he carry on with Junaid? Does he give him that final over? He's got 3 for 15. He's got the ball to just reverse swing a touch. Or does he go to his leg spinner? He's got plenty of options, but does he now think that he can prize the wicket out or close the innings out with a couple of wickets, or give it to his trump card, Junaid?
He thought there was something there. The bowler did, the keeper didn't. It's a good one, actually. If Junaid can keep slanting that ball back in, get a couple of Yorkers in, that's a game there, isn't it? Tempted to hold one back. But he's in rhythm, he's angry.
And that one took off. It hits the seam and just takes off. But the other part of it is that if you hold him back and you get a wicket, then you're into real lower order. These two might just sort of manage to put back to ball or just survive that over.
Four of that over. 15 gone. It's 81 for 6. 31 now needed from 30 balls.
We all dream of falling asleep quickly and having a full night's sleep. Try Nitol for all-round sleep cycle support, helping you to drift off gently, improve quality of sleep, and wake up feeling refreshed. Take Nitol for just a few nights to help get your natural sleep pattern back.
61 unmissable games.
32 of the world's greatest teams.
3 trophies.
The Rugby League World Cup. Be there.
Most incredible passage of play. UAE have been absolutely brilliant with the ball and in the field as well. Since the power play, Netherlands are 39 for 4. That is unbelievable. What a turnaround from the UAE. They are fighting hard. They are hungry for some joy here in Geelong. The first time they've competed at the ICC Men's T20 World Cup since 2014. And the UAE are looking to make history here.
Myburgh's bowled so well so far. You don't mind this decision because it's holding back an overreach from Junaid and Zahoor. Try and tighten it up. You need everyone to step up. You mentioned, Natalie, that they've been fighting hard and fighting well. It could have been even worse. There was a sitter that went down.
Oh no, see this? Yes,
a lot of pressure now on these two, captain, and then you've got Pringle on the other end, who just made his international debut this year. Not a lot of international experience behind him, but you've got Edwards on the other hand with a lot of experience. So you would expect Edwards to be trying to shepherd him through a few conversations, just try and calm the nerves.
Yep, keep those emotions in check. You can become too anxious and the mistakes can creep in, and we're seeing that just a wee bit. The energy is good, but the finish not there.
It's important as well to break down the phases of play. When you have a look at it, the point of view of these overs, since the power play, it's all been about the UAE. An absolutely incredible. The way the Netherlands went about those first 6 overs showed so much intent. Now, it had a lot to do with Max ODowd and Baz de Leede, of course, up front. Those two are probably their premier batters at the moment, the end-form batters as well. Since the power play, there's been a lot of intent shown. Now, interested to see what the intent is. What's the message from a Netherlands point of view?
With the wickets falling, and the UAE bowlers getting a little bit more protection with the field, found that length which has been tricky. 3 more to come. Beek, Klaassen and Meekeren. They are the batters remaining for the Netherlands. Last ball of the spell, 1 for 20 so far for Myburgh.
Now, are they going for the second? Yes, that's good. Very good. Because it means now that over is 5 runs. Handy. 86 for 6.
The way the Dutch started the chase, we thought we'll be all done in about 12-13 overs. Not to be. In terms of runs, at this stage, the UAE were ahead but couldn't finish off strong. Wickets fell in a heap.
Yeah, it's interesting. When I was having a chat with Fred Klaassen after the first innings, he did say it was tough for the batters. He knows that conditions were tough for the batters and it's gripping in the surface a little bit, not easy to get away, not easy to time it either. And the UAE have shown that here. They've found it, after the power play, found a really good line and length. Now, Scott Edwards taking over the captaincy not that long ago. Fortunate retirement of Peter Saylor, their captain for such a long time. Abrupt retirement. That's handy as well. Getting scoreboard moving all the time. Make sure that you keep up with the required rate.
Yeah, just get closer. Get to 100, then it's about 2 blows away. And just as the batsmen start to believe, the bowlers and the fielders. They'll be losing hope. That's why you always hear that the secret is to get closer. Just keep chipping away. It's pretty cold out there too. Down to 10 degrees.
Oh, this is risky. Very risky. It's a good dive, though. Good commitment.
Come on, buddy. You're quicker than that. Come on.
You talk about it being cold. Could be evidence of that just there.
Yeah, direct hit. Wicket gone. Gets the dive out and make sure he's home. But there was never a two there.
We talk about the Netherlands taking it close. Well, from UAE's point of view, where did they go? Junaid Siddiqui's still got an over to go. Nice and straight. Good timing, good placement. Morton 2. Zahir Khan has also got an over as well. So the captain of the UAE's got to be clever here too.
He's got to go back to his main bowlers, Junaid and Zahur, in the next couple. Now what Farid needs to do is to hit the deck. That's where it's worked for the bowling teams. He's trying to bowl a little too full. That goes into the batter's arc. You've seen if you go too short or full, batsmen can score runs. That's more the length. You can't help it if they sneak one or two through, but you give yourself more of a chance.
Yeah, just think from Rizwan's point of view, obviously it's a real balancing act at the moment, isn't it? Because you don't really, from their point of view, want it to go down to the last over. Because if Netherlands take it to the last over, it's likely they'll get over the line. So from Rizwan's point of view, he might have been tempted to bring back Junaid Siddiqui in this over, or Zahir Khan even in this over as well. Just maybe see if they can strike at this stage. Because already we've seen Farid a little bit expensive. His first over was expensive, and now this one's already gone for 6, 2 balls to come.
Way too high, but that length. Time and time again you have to stay there. He's got no option now. Junaid 3 overs, 3 for 15. Zahur none for 8 in his 3.
The problem is they're not really getting any dot balls at the moment. They're still getting runs, so runs required and the balls left are equal. UAE need dot balls.
This partnership 17 off 20 should have been broken without even a run added.
There's a dot ball. So a little bit of pressure towards these last 3 overs. 93 for 6.
It's been a good day here in Geelong. Very unpredictable, 2 great games. A massive upset earlier on with Namibia getting across, actually thrashing Sri Lanka.
Oh, what a first day we have had. It's been absolutely incredible. And now have a look at that Netherlands worm, how it's dropped down since the power play. It's now neck and neck. The two teams right on course for a big collision here towards the end of this game.
Junaid Siddiqui is in and he's got 5 in the circle. I like that. You bowl a good ball, you want that to be a dot at this stage. You have to back yourself. You cannot sit back and hope to win this game. It's tight, 18 of 17 required. What Rizwan is thinking right now is very, very good. You got to take that chance. remaining fixtures for UAE on the 18th. They'll face Sri Lanka, and on the 20th, Namibia. Of course, this group will play all their games here in Geelong. The top two go through for the Super 12s.
Yeah, and the win earlier today makes this very interesting in round number one. Of course, we'll have fixtures tomorrow as well from the other group. Now, from the Netherlands' point of view, they'll play Namibia, and that will be the first game on Tuesday, and then go on to play Sri Lanka. The Netherlands will be looking at this very closely because that's two very tough opposition to come. They've got to finish in the top two. If they want to advance, they have to finish in the top two.
Little bit of a shimmy, forcing Junaid to go short. A little bit easier to maneuver that length. And it gets tricky, it's not straightforward. The 2 days remaining, I say that because there's a lot of rain forecast. We've been very lucky today. It's been brilliant, the rains have stayed off. We've got 2 good games in. Now going forward, we really don't know what can happen, and that will put pressure on the teams.
It's been a while since they've got a boundary. They're still not going to find it just yet. The last boundary for the Netherlands came in the 8th over. They don't have to do it in boundaries, of course. It's a runner ball from here. Got a few wickets in hand too. Early on, we were talking about net run rate for the Netherlands and how they could push this on and really get a positive net run rate. But at the moment, it's actually just about points on the board now.
Looking for the glory ball. Could try again. Misfield. No was the call. So if he cut that off proper, would have been a dot, which would have been very, very useful. 99 for 4, 99 for 6 at this stage. Both teams.
Well, Junaid Siddiqui is one they would have been looking to pick up wickets in this tournament, and he's done that today. Bowling straight on the stumps. It's a way to go. Nice change-ups as well from him today too.
Last ball of his spell. Will he look for that wicket? That's what can change this game.
Just out of the reach of the keeper. And it means a precious 2 runs for the Dutch. They want a third. It's worth it in the end. They will get the 3. How this could change the last 2. It's 102 for 6.
You know how it feels to be powerless. To be a pawn in someone else's game. The things it makes you do. What does it feel like to be a king?
Right. 10 required for the Netherlands. They've just had a very good over. The UAE now got to find a way to claw it back. The only way they do that is through wickets. They've got to pick up wickets. 10 needed from 12. The penultimate over so often is one of the most important, more important than the final one. How much do you want to defend in the last one? This is the time that the UAE get back in this game. The Netherlands are just starting to push ahead with this partnership. A run-a-ball partnership.
Getting the fielders into the circle, but they need to be on the one. A drop and run is on. And that back of a length is the tough length. The batsman shimmying, moving around, forcing the bowlers off that. It's a great play.
It's the tough length, but at this stage, the Netherlands are still getting runs off it. So it's only a single or 2, that's all they need. The UAE need a wicket. I'm not sure if it's going to bring them a wicket. That's why now is looking a bit fuller.
You've got to take your catches as well. That helps. That's been the problem. He's got 4 deliveries. Zahoor hardly scored off in just the 9 runs. Try and force that big shot.
That's just what the UAE required. A wicket was desperate, and it's Zahoor Khan who answers the call.
The glory ball, full and straight. Pringle, when he's sitting in his crease, the bowlers are more comfortable hitting those lengths. That's what he does. It skids through. That's a massive blow. But a good little innings of 15 from Pringle. It's 103 for 7.
Middle. Right on over, there's 3 to come.
Right. Logan van Beek. It's got a highest score of 19. It will be more than enough for the Netherlands. They need 9 from 9. They have 3 wickets in hand. Fielding, really good fielding. They still get the run though, which is crucial. But this is a fantastic comeback from the UAE.
The wicket. That's again brought some energy into this game. The moment you hit that length, you're giving yourself a chance, and that's exactly what happens. Fast and straight. Daud Khan, couple deliveries remaining. Can he make a difference? 8 of 8.
I think he's quite a way outside the line of the off stump on this occasion. He had moved well across. Understand the appeal though.
The other reviews are available. You might as well try your luck here.
TV umpire to director, we have a player review for LBW. The original decision is not out. It's a fair delivery. I've checked the front foot. Can we go to front on, please? Front on coming up now. Thank you. Thank you. Can we go to Ultra Edge, please? Gone close to the bat. I'll get through this as quickly as we can because it's clearly outside the line. There's no bat involved, so we'll go to ball tracking when it's ready. Thank you. Ball tracking coming up now, Richard. Richard, impact's outside. I'll be getting you to stay with your original decision. You're on screen now. Signal now.
As Rod Tucker said, it's quite clearly outside the line of off stump, so when the impact is outside the line of off stump, batter's playing a shot, cannot be given out. Last ball of the over. 7 required. Oh, that's right on the money. Good place to bowl, but they still get a run. 6 required in the last over. It's 106 for 7.
Well, he thought he hit the pad first. It definitely hit the bat. But Zaur coming up with a peach of a Yorker. But that front foot nowhere near. But it's been an amazing spell. Tremendous effort from this young man. 1 for 11 in his 4 overs.
Who would have thought after 6 overs that this innings would go down to the last over? The Netherlands well in control after the power play of a chase of 112. Now maybe facing a loss of 2 crucial points and 2 points that were just about in their hands. 6 required. Logan van Beek at the crease. He's there with his captain Edwards. He's put in a good effort so far. Junaid Siddiqui's bowled out. Mayapan's bowled out. Zahoor Khan is bowled out as well. So a tough last over this is going to be.
Zawar Farid being expensive in his 2 overs.
A little bit unlucky there, Farid, because it was a good ball. Just couldn't hit the dot.
But he should have fielded that. Just wondering whether he tried to deflect that onto the stumps, but it's considered a single. And that brings the more established Edwards onto the strike. Well, he didn't intend to knock it onto the stumps, but that's what almost happened.
This is all the game needed, isn't it? He needs to hit. He hits. It's another wicket. And a dot ball, don't forget that.
His family and friends are here, Scott Edwards. They're all behind him. Hit and run, get closer. Good effort though, off balance, gets rid of it. And how close was that?
Gosh, the captain has been in the thick of it in the field, hasn't he? Took a good catch earlier on, he dropped one as well, and now missing an opportunity for a run out. A lot on his shoulders. He's also quite new at the captaincy as well, recently taken over. Brilliant bowling. Just trying to get in the block hole, but Netherlands know that's all they got to do, run a ball.
As long as Edwards is there, they'll back themselves. He's held his nerve very nicely, not been in a hurry. No boundaries, just knocking it around, making sure the runs come from the other end. Father of Scott Edwards, just making the short trip down the road to watch the match. Not too far from here where Scott Edwards did grow up. Played for Richmond, grew up in Richmond.
It's a direct throw. The call was nice and early. It was decisive. The running between the wickets was good. This will level the scores.
Yeah.
But they fought hard, the UAE, to get back into the game after the Netherlands were really sitting in a very good position after the power play. It's required mammoth effort from the captain Edwards with the bat. There's a good chip in as well from Tim Pringle too. Now this is interesting. The captain having a very animated discussion with his bowler.
They're telling him to bowl cross seam. In the thick of things, you mentioned how well he fielded the brilliant. So remember the drop though.
Right field coming in as you would expect. There's no point saving boundaries. Winning by 3 wickets. It's a tight victory, but it's still 2 points on the board. Tough for the UAE, of course, but brilliant for the Netherlands. Winning by 3 wickets in the end. The Netherlands captain smiling there now.